both would love to get the upper hand early. This game, to me, is psychological as much as anything. I mean,
for the Cavaliers, J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Tristan Thompson is out there with Kevin Love, and it's Irving in a point.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
James, the pass to Love. Back to LeBron. Thomas against Irving. 6 to shoot. The shot is off, and it's Boston the other way. And they're running. Outside Thomas. Back to Sullinger. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Sullinger's got his first 2 points of the night. And so here's Cleveland. 7-point differential. Irving. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
he presents a defender with a serious challenge, always.
Thomas kicks to Johnson. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Bradley dishes to Johnson. And the rejection by Smith. Here's Irving. Fires it up. Left side, Love. Irving kicks to Smith. Lets it go with a three. And Kyrie Irving gets the three. Irving's got 5 points so far.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Thomas against Irving. Thomas goes in. With the floater, his shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Irving kicks to Smith. LeBron left side. Some nice passing by Cleveland here from past the arc. No good. And it's Boston the other way.
And really a fantastic season for Sullinger last year. Really made some leaps forward, but missed a lot of time still due to injury.
Pass to Irving. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And Thompson kicks to Irving. Austin takes possession.
And now let's take a look at the stats for Thomas. How he did last season. He put in about 16 points a game last year. 4 assists and 2 rebounds. And he paced the whole team in points per game last season.
Sure, his teammates knew he was their best option, so that's why they just kept feeding him the rock.
And the Celtics making a change here. Turner's checked in. Shumpert is checked in for the Cavaliers. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Irving. Boston again missing. Sullinger did continue to improve last year, Clark, but you can't ignore that he had to miss time once again.
Yeah, and you hope that he'll be able to stay healthy for a full year at some point. When he's on the floor, he's a hard matchup for just about every team in the league.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Some changes for Boston. Zeller is checked in for Sullinger. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Jay Crowder. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Avery Bradley. And then for Cleveland, Mozgov comes in for Tristan Thompson. And Channing Frye's subbed in for Kevin Love. Olynyk sets a screen for Thomas. Inside, Mozgov with the block. Dellavedova, the pass to Shumpert. The feed now to Mozgov. Back to Shumpert. He dishes it to Mozgov. To the inside. Deflects the pass. Olynyk with the steal. Smart kicks to Thomas. Here's Turner. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
That's really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Here's Dellavedova. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. It was a tough battle down the stretch, but the Celtics were able to get back into the playoffs last year.
And kind of just hovering around all season, but give them credit. They fought their way in and spent only 1 year out of the postseason in their rebuild.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston. Well, last year for the Celtics, they weren't exactly world beaters at home. Still good enough, though, to get the job done.
Yeah, just a game over 500 here in Boston. Not great, but at least it was over 500 for a young up-and-coming team.
Now, here's Thomas. He has 5. No one near Turner as he lets it go. Good.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. Pass to Dellavedova. From deep three-point range, Zeller grabs the board.
And, you know, for the Celtics at home, they were able to get wins by their rabid fans. Their offense virtually the same as when they were on the road. The defense was the difference at home.
Now here's LeBron. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Pass to Dellavedova. And Fry kicks to Dellavedova. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Turner. Outside Thomas. All sorts of time. And the shot no good, a bit short.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And that concludes. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
I tell you what, defensively, they have been in tune with one another, as intense as I've seen.
Yeah, nice job helping out on the rotations and drives, doing really good work at the defensive end.
Smart and Bradley the guards. Jay Crowder out there with Johnson. And it's Sullinger in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Now here's Smart. Kicks it to Sullinger. Good, and Smart gets the assist. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Marcus Smart was drafted to the Celtics as their future point guard. He came in with a lot of work to do and a skill set that people really like. But his first season, Clark, was a roller coaster.
Yeah, it really was. He was an off guard in high school and in his first year of college as well. Really only played full-time at the point the year before he was drafted.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
And for Smart, though, he still has a lot of work to do on his ball handling and passing. His shooting, I think, exceeded some people's expectations. 37% from the field last year was subpar, but his 34% accuracy from 3 was solid. He finally started going straight up on his jumper instead of leaning in, and his release looked money.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now. That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
You know, you talk about Smart's lackluster field goal percentage. Once he gets more comfortable with his ball handling and adjusts to the length in the NBA, I think he'll convert more at the basket. That'll also create more drive and dish chances for him as well.
Here's Irving following the score by Avery Bradley. Irving kicks to Mozgov, dishes it to Shumpert. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Shumpert's got 6.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Sullinger the screen. Here's Smart. And it's Johnson penetrating. 5 to shoot. The shot by Sullinger, wide open. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists tonight. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Irving kicks to Shumpert. The tray. Sullinger with the rebound. The Celtics have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Plenty of space. Can't hit.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Three-pointer, Dellavedova. Rebound, Boston. Zellinger's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Now, one spot the Cavs did struggle with last year was help off the bench. They were last in the league in bench scoring.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Dellavedova from outside. Rebound, Boston. Zellinger's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The dish to Smart. Nice ball movement by Boston. It's Zellinger with the drive. Comes up empty down low.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
The Boston bottom of the league last year. In many ways, they outperformed a lot of people's expectations.
And by no means were they a contender at any point, but...
And Cleveland making a change here. Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Love comes in for Channing Frye. LeBron's checked in for Shumpert. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Now, here's Thomas. He's got 5. Makes it off the glass. Thomas got the lead up to 7 now for the Celtics.
And with the Celtics being a surprise threat near the end of last season, even their losses were close games.
Here's Irving. He's got 12. Smith outside. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Olynyk with the steal. It's 2-on-1. And here we go. And Turner with the basket on the assist by Bradley. And now it's a 9-point Celtic lead. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Celtics.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
For Boston, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
To back up your point about the Celtics being in close games, I mean, their point differential on the year was less than where you would expect it to be for a team that made the playoffs. I mean, it really gives you an idea of how many close games they played.
Taking a look at Avery Bradley, his career's been kind of up and down. Greg started out in high school where he developed into one of the nation's top prospects in high school.
You know, it's a great point. And as a college freshman, really established himself as one of the top defensive guards in the country, won numerous awards, then enters the draft after only 1 year.
Clock at 6. No one near him. Good. Bradley's got 6 points in the quarter.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
And so it's Cleveland with it, trailing by 13.
You know, with Avery Bradley, he was the 19th pick in the draft for the Celtics. The outlook for him was great, but then ball handling and shooting, injury concerns flattened out his development. He had a hard time getting over the hump for a few years, but he's over it now.
Here's Thomas, following the basket by Kevin Love.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Smith for 3. The rebound by Turner.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
He kicks it to Thomas. Here's Mickey. Goes up again, and it's good on the way in. And the Celtics lead by 13.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Yeah, and that field goal percentage zooming upwards is now above 50%, which is pretty strong.
The Celtics shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Irving against Thomas. Just 3 on the clock, and he sinks the layup. Thomas got 4 points in the quarter.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Thompson from long range. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so...
Well, Tristan, what do you...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. This